Born Free Bikers. This is the New Hampshire segment of Rate My Apple Cider Donuts. I'm riding with Aaron today and with Lenny. And Aaron says her favorite apple cider donut place in New Hampshire is a place called Butternut Farms, Farmington, New Hampshire. We're going to take a little ride out there today and rate their apple cider donuts. So you better be good, Butternut Farms, because you're going to be New Hampshire's representative in this New England runoff. Rate My Apple Cider Donuts. Stay tuned. Donut rating season again. This year, we're going to do things a little bit different. I looked at it this way. Who really wants to hear the opinion of a crotchety old biker like me that's been around here too long sampling all these donuts? Wouldn't it be better to bring in somebody that doesn't have a bias?
I have to think. What does it say in the United States Constitution?
After all, I do live in New Hampshire. I love the state. So this year, I'm going to bring in a special guest star to rate the donuts, and it'll be his opinion from all 6 New England states as to which donut is the best. Not only is he not from any New England state, he's not from any state in the United States. He actually comes from a whole nother continent, and that is Australia. Yes, this year we'll have an Aussie rate our apple cider donuts.
That's where you're wrong, Yankee Doodle. Time for a little Australian diplomacy.
As a matter of fact, at this very moment, I have my Australian agent in the tiny state of Vermont, which is the sister state of New Hampshire. Some would call it the upside-down state of New Hampshire because it's literally sitting on its head. But they're in a tiny little village of Shelburne, which is just outside of Burlington, Vermont. And the Shelburne Orchards is purported to have one of the best, if not the best, apple cider donuts in the state of Vermont.
Start making donuts by 5:30 and then just crank them out all morning long. I think the biggest reason why people like cider donuts is I think it represents all of the best parts of this fall season. There's something that's just so joyful about it. So we have a dry donut mix, and then we add the magic, which is our cider. The cider that we use to make them comes right from the orchard. We have people picking apples all day out in the orchard, and then we have the cider press right across the street. It goes right from the apples right into the donuts.
So, without further ado, let's go over to Vermont and see how our agent from down under is faring with the apple cider donuts.
Hi, I'm Tim from Meckering, Australia. We're here at the Shelburne Orchards in Vermont, and behind us is New York. And we're here to try the apple cider donut for Born Free Biker 113. Really nice texture, soft on the inside, nice and crunchy on the outside, and a great amount of sugar. I'm going to rate this a 9 out of 10.
Aha!
Well, there you have it, Born Free Bikers. You all have the benefit of knowing what our friend from down under felt about the donuts from Shelburne Orchards. Now let's hop on up here to Butternut Farms and see how we feel about this donut. Okay, Born Free Bikers. Butternut Farm? Is that what this is? Butternut Farm. In Farmington?
Farmington, New Hampshire.
So let's go check them out. Hi, Peggy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
She's going to tell us a little bit about the farm and about the donuts.
All right. So we are a pick-your-own fruit farm. We start in June with strawberries and go right through the end of this month, October, with apples. We have strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, peaches, nectarines, and cherries. We also do cider donuts and homemade pies.
Now, I'm here because your cider donuts was recommended by this young lady here. She speaks very highly of them. I take it they're pretty popular this time of
They
year?
are very popular.
Are they?
Yes. From April when we opened just to sell cider and fruit trees till now.
Well, we're looking
Yeah.
forward to rating your donut. Thank you
right.
very much for your time today. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. Thank
How
you
long
for
has the
coming
farm
out.
been going? Do you know?
Ooh, as a farm, over 200 years.
Wow.
As a fruit farm, 60, at least 60.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you great luck. I think I'll take a half a dozen if you don't mind. Are they all the same? Are they powdered plain or?
They're all the same.
Okay.
Yeah, sugar, cinnamon sugar.
Awesome. Great. I'll take a half a dozen.
All right.
All right, guys. This thing's pretty warm. I don't have a coffee to do the one dunk with, so I can't rate that. But it's got a nice feel to it. It doesn't feel like it's overcooked. Like sometimes it can be really heavy with oil. It's got a nice smell to it. The texture's really good. Let's see how it breaks apart. Oh, look at that.
Is there steam coming out of it?
I don't think you can see that. But it's warm. It's definitely one of the warmest ones I've ever rated. All right, you guys
came
all know
right
the
out of the
rules,
fryer.
right? One bite. Here we go.
Did you hear the crunch?
It does have a crunch to it. Wow.
There goes that one bite rule.
Aaron actually recommended this. This is a very good donut. Wow. I say 8-1.
8-1.
8-1. That's pretty good. 8-1. Wow. All right. It's good for me. Let's see what Aaron thinks. I mean, you've already eaten these, so
Yeah,
but don't be prejudicial.
I definitely go like by far the best in the state.
What does that mean? You don't want to
New
take? How do you
Hampshire?
know they are this year? You got to try them.
All right. Two months to go.
I'm not gonna eat that out.
I'm going at 9.5.
Yes, mate.
A 9.5.
Yep.
Oh, what do you got? Money in this place?
Hey, you never know.
All right, guys, you got it. That's my rate. Now, let's go see what the Aussie says. All right, Born Free Bikers. This is Tim from Western Australia. Right, that's a state.
Yes.
And you live in Perth, which is what? The city?
The capital city.
The capital city of Perth. And now he's going to rate, this is a Vermont, no, this is the New Hampshire donut that I just rated earlier. So it'll be interesting to see what his opinion of it is.
It's delicious. Great texture, great amount of sugar, nice flavour. 9.2.
There's no way the vastly inferior metric system could have accounted for this. When you use the devil's measurements, you always come up short. That's why only America could invent.
Now, I know that you rated the Vermont donut earlier. I don't know what it is because you brought it back. I'm going to rate it. We'll see how well it is. So are apple cider donuts a thing in Australia? No?
No, just normal donuts. Just like, yeah. dough.
So you're just coming out of your winter and you're now in your spring, right?
Yes.
Because you're opposite of us. Mm-hmm. So in the fall, you must have apple orchards in Australia, right?
Yeah, we do.
And so do you do cider and all of that stuff too, or?
I think some of them are starting to do cider.
Okay.
But I don't know where the apple cider donuts is caught on.
No, it's just not a thing with you guys,
No,
huh?
I don't think so.
I've just been bested by superior American ingenuity. Give it up, Anya, mate. You'll never use your evil kangaroo's pouches to steal all of America.
Donuts.
Yeah.
So what's your overall opinion of apple cider donuts so far?
Yeah, I enjoy them.
I didn't want to admit that.
Yeah.
I still might prefer the traditional.
Just a plain donut?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that too, but those are good donuts.
Yeah, these are No, not yet.
No one dunk in the coffee.
But I've got 4 more, so.
All right, well, stay tuned, Born Free Bikers. We got more to come. That's a pretty high rating, though.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Very impressed.
Awesome. Thanks. Okay, now it's my turn. So let's put these two donuts side by side. The one on the left is covered in quite a bit more sugar by the looks of it, but that comes from the Shelburne Orchard in Vermont, which we've already heard the Aussies rating on that. So now I'm going to taste it and figure out what my rating is. The one on the right is actually from Butternut Farm here in New Hampshire. Sizably bigger, I would say. Now let's see how they compare. This little donut's got good substance to it. Let's break it up. Ooh. Wow. Texture's really good. Smells amazing. There's a ton of apple smell coming off this. Wow, it's got a great apple flavor. It's very dense, though. Wow. I gotta tell you, that little donut packs a lot more punch than I thought it would. I gotta tell you guys, it's a little package, but it's got a big wallop. I didn't expect it to come close to the New Hampshire donut, which I believe I rated as an A1. Yeah. I gotta tell you, this thing is close to it. But it just falls short. I give it an 8. But still a damn good donut. Let's move on and see what the rest of New England has to offer. So join us next week, Born Free Bikers, when we'll visit the great state of Maine, a tiny little orchard, and sample their apple cider donuts. And then shift our focus over to the south, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, where we'll find a surprising source for their apple cider donuts. And join us next week also, where we might learn a little bit of history of Australia.
I've seen war.